in 1965, January, I was booked in the LA County Jail for murder. I had killed a guy in a small community outside of LA. He paid me to beat him. So I beat him, and he kept saying he wanted more and more, and I kept beating him. And finally, I just went off my rocker and got a butcher knife and stabbed him 89 times. When they booked me in the LA County Jail, I was, like I said, I was around 25. I was 25 years old, and it was January the 1st, and my birthday was January the 10th. They tried to give me a cell partner, and I didn't want one, so I stabbed him. And he looked for another cell when he got out of the hospital, and they let me have a single cell. In prison, there's no respect except for who can be more vicious. And I picked up the name of, after I'd been picked up for several investigations of killing convicts, as Mad Dog. One time I was sitting in South Block Dining Hall, and we was eating supper, and this black guy walked up behind this other black guy and cut his head right off, because I heard he owed him some stuff. And this black guy's head rolled over on the table where we were eating. And the head, the body fell forward, and the good blood gushed out of it all over my food. So I said, well, I'm going to go to bed hungry, or something like that. And the head's mouth was opening and closing. That was the damnedest thing, and the eyes blinked. But I guess I heard that it takes a while for a person to die. That like that, if they cut their head off, they still know what's going on for a split second or so. You just got to watch out for yourself in there. Ain't nobody else going to watch out for you. It's like another world. What was funny though, some things in there happened that were funny. Me and Don, my buddy, he taught me how to fight my case in court, which I was doing then. It's in the library, Mackey versus California, Mackey versus Folsom, San Quentin. We were sitting there watching some guys play baseball. And I glanced up and looked around, and Shitty Freddie was sitting there, but right behind us almost. And he saw me looking at him. I said, Don, Shitty Freddie's sitting up there. He said, well, don't look at him. I said, I already looked at him. And Shitty Freddie got up, and he started walking toward us. I said, here he comes. And Don said, let's get this shit out of here. I said, that's a good word for it. We got up and was walking across the yard fast as we could, without getting shot, you know, and Freddie was right almost damn near behind us. And this smart-ass bull named Dick, his first name, I call him Mr. Dick, he stopped and says, where are you two punks headed? I said, we're going into the block, but we're going to fuck a punk in there. You're wasting our time. He said, I'll let you be fucking a punk. I said, all right, Dick. Shitty Freddie's on his way, and he ain't far behind you. You better let us go, and you better move. He said, you think I believe that shit, you punk? And just then, Shitty Freddie tapped him on the shoulder, and he turned around and he hit him right in the face with a bag of shit, right on the yard. And boy, he was mad. He was going to throw me and Don in the hole. Captain wouldn't let him. Said, it ain't their fault. They told you. He said, I turned around and all that shit hit me in the face, and I got some of it in my mouth. And he said, I'm going to take a shower. And he walked out. Captain said it couldn't have happened to a better guy. That's what he said. And finally, they got Shitty Freddie. They wrapped him up and put a straitjacket on him and took him to a Tascadero, where he should have been anyway. He was the meanest sumbitch in the valley. Nobody fucked with him, especially if he had a bag in his hand. I never could figure out whose shit he was throwing, his or somebody else's. But I never did ask him either. I met Charlie Manson in 4A in Folsom. He came to my cell, and some guy, he got in the shower, and some guy ran up and said, "Here's a candy bar from Charlie." I didn't know who Charlie was. I said, "Who's it from?" He said, "He's in there, Charlie." So I said, "Yeah, all right." And he came up out of the shower, and I said, "Hey, man, thanks for the candy bar, you know, I appreciate it." He said, "You're welcome." He said, "I'm Charlie Manson," and he held his hand out. And it was Charlie Manson. And I got to know him as a man, not as a monster. People call him a monster. He wasn't a monster. He was a man. There was plenty of motherfuckers in San Quentin and Folsom that had done more horrible crimes than he ever thought about. Done it to children and stuff like that.